What's up, people? Saturday night in the FLA. I'm not in the 305, a little north of 305 in the 772. What's up? It's your boy Guru here. Another episode of the Fam 305 podcast. Yes, we have these clusters of recordings. We go months without talking to y'all, and then bam, you get two in a row. So, you know who I am again, Guru. Let's see who's going to join in tonight. Supposedly, Dre got the email from HR, so hopefully he's gonna join us. Uh, Maybe Don Vito, maybe K Dub. Who knows? It's a Saturday night. Um, Things happen, so let's see if they can join us. So let's talk about what's going on. Overall, I'm hanging in there. Life, right? But summer's almost over. Technically, my summer ends tomorrow, Monday, when I go back to work, because I'm a teacher. But up north, they still have another month, so they start after Labor Day. So we actually go back on Monday. So if you, those of you that live down here, obviously you got kids. Most counties are starting on Monday. So those of you that have kids, you know how it is. It's gonna be crazy. Obviously, right now everyone's out shopping, getting things, getting stuff that they need for their kids, supplies and whatnot. So let's begin another school year. So I kind of, not that I say dread it, but I nervous. I have these thoughts like, oh my God, another year. Do I want to keep doing this? But at the end of the day, when I get back in the classroom, I truly enjoy what I do, and I work with a lot of good people. So if you truly enjoy what you do, you are, when you're working, you're not going to have to work a day in your life, as they say. You will truly enjoy going to work, and I do truly enjoy going to work. But it's just kind of like getting to that point. First week, it gets crazy, and uh, we got a lot of work to do we're at my school. So we teach these kids. So yep, fall, summer going into the fall, at least, starting school. Football's coming up. I know we were talking a little football in the last episode with Don Vito, and we were talking about a little bit about the players, and then we were talking about the fantasy football league, which drama. So I would definitely love to get Dre's take on this thing that's going on in the home league that I play in. But we'll see. And football, yeah, and then eventually basketball is going to start. Hockey's going to start. We have a lot of sports coming up. Right now, it's just baseball. And WNBA, if you like WNBA, if that's for you. I saw this story. I'm on the road right now, so I can't share it. But if you guys can look this up, there was an NBA player, I guess former NBA player, Enes Kanter. He supposedly is going to have a sex change or be a trans athlete, and then he's going to try to join the WNBA. So I don't know if you guys heard that. What are your thoughts? My thoughts, it's no, no. You were a male athlete. You performed at the highest levels in the NBA, and then you want to change sexes, and then we're playing the WNBA. I don't know about that. I think that's kind of just, And they say he's really good with LGBT community. He's a fighter for them, and that's cool. That's great. But to change sexes and to go through all that, and then change your plumbing, and then go ahead and become a player in the WNBA, I don't know, man. I don't really know how that's gonna work out. So, I saw it. It was on Fox News. Again, take it as you will. It looked like a pretty interesting story. So, check that out. Um, Let me know what you think. Just check it out. Talk to your friends about it. Pretty crazy. Let's see what else is going on. Hmm. Oh, of course, we got the war in Iran, right? It's on again. It's off again. The Strait of Hormuz is open. It's closed. Obviously, your gas prices are really high. Well, that's why. Okay, so I don't want to get too political, but obviously, this is something that we probably did not need. This war, this excursion over there, and now we're paying for it. The prices are already high, and this just makes things worse. So just know that that's going on. Hopefully, they can come to a resolution, a real resolution, and then they can our gas prices can start going down. But usually in the fall, when we go from the summer to the fall, gas prices usually fall anyway. So hopefully, when we get that season change, it'll start coming back down. So we can hope for that. We hope for the best for that. What else is going on? I'm trying to go through my stuff. Oh, over the summer, me and my family went, of course, of Disney World. Went a few times. Had a good time. But a couple thoughts about the parks over the summer. Number one, there was not a lot of people there. Yeah, and I've been there in summers past, and you can sit there and argue, hey, it's the weather, it's too hot. But I think also it's just stale. There's not a lot going on. So with that being said, people are just not going like they used to. So the prices have pretty much stayed the same. They've actually gone up. So again, you have that combination of no new rides or there's a few new things, and I'll talk about some of the things that I saw. But with that, people are not going to go, not as many people. So when they open the new Villains Land that they're working on, probably in like 2 years, and then there's some stuff that's going on in Animal Kingdom, I think you'll see more people go. But yeah, this summer was very, very, not a lot of people there. It was hot, and it was hot. Now, those of you that have ever been to Orlando in the summer, yeah, it's hot. Like newsflash, yeah, it's hot, but it was just kind of like just nasty hot, and that's gonna keep people from going too with the weather. So, water parks are where it's at in the summer if you go there. Now, a couple of things that I did see while I was there, when I was in Animal Kingdom, they did have a Zootopia, it was like a show. Now, those of you that went back in the days, and there was a show called Bugs Life. Well, that is currently where Zootopia is now. So if you like Bugs Life, it's gone. Sorry. So that's what the ride is now. The other things I saw in Animal Kingdom per se, they are putting in where Dino Land used to be in that Dino ride. That's now going to end up being Encanto. They're going to do something for Encanto. So those of you who don't know what that is, it's a movie with this house, and this house it's like a magical house, and all the people in it, the kids from the initial family, this family of three, it's two sisters and a brother. The two sisters have kids, each have the power, including and the sisters have powers too, and then their kids end up getting these powers. And the house is kind of like where they all live together, and each one of them has powers. So I'm not gonna get too much into it. If you haven't seen it, ain't gonna ruin it. But it's been out a few years, but whatever. They're doing casita. They're gonna build, I guess, a interactive ride or interactive show. This put the Indiana Jones. They're gonna do some kind of coaster. So where the dinosaur ride used to be, I'm sure they're gonna turn it into and I think it's based off of not the first one, Raiders of the Lost Ark, but the second one. I believe the Temple of Doom. They're gonna do something to that effect. So that should be interesting. So, and we're back. I think we left off talking about, so had a little hiccup there. This is what happens when you record on your phone and your son decides to call you. The recording pauses. So we're back. Just like I said, I was talking about the Animal Kingdom. So that's what was going on in Animal Kingdom that I saw. So it's pretty cool. Now, when you go over to Magic Kingdom, there's no real like new rides that have come out. From what I remember, there was really nothing. But back behind, oh no, let me take that back. Haunted Mansion, they updated it. So those of you that like the Haunted Mansion, and updated the outside. Okay, so we're not talking the actual ride. The actual ride is still the same. It's still kind of dated, but it's good. It really shouldn't have to. I think they did update some stuff a few years ago, but this time around they actually redid the actual the house, the Haunted Mansion, and they also did, like, those of you that have ever gone on into the ride, as you're walking in, there's areas where there's like tombstones, and there's funny sayings for, like, "Here lies Ted, who slipped in the shed." They do all kinds of limericks and stuff. Pretty interesting. They have the same things, but they're in different locations, and they have one that's interactive. For example, there was one. It was like a mausoleum. When you walked up to it, if you touched the shape, whatever was on the mausoleum, it would make a sound. Like, I think I touched, there was a cat, and when I touched the cat, you heard the cat. The cat started, the cat, like a meowing sound. So that's pretty cool. It was interesting. Okay, so it was updated. So if you've ever been in a Haunted Mansion, when you're waiting in line to get in there, you're gonna notice some different things from there. So that was one thing that I found interesting, going to Magic Kingdom, the time that I went. Now, the things that they are doing, you really can't ride it because there's nothing there, but they are working. So back behind Thunder Mountain, those of you that have ever been there in Thunder Mountain, behind there, that area is leveled. They've actually cleared out all that land. That's where the villains land is going to be. So that should take a couple years at least, because, like, the last time I was there, I looked out and they were still clearing land. So you're talking at least 2 years. Now, those of you that have been there, you know about the steamship, their steamboat. Well, they took that out, and they used to have Tom Sawyer's Island, and you would go there and you can walk around, and, well, it's all gone. All that is gone. It's been taken out, and it's going to end up being Cars Land. So the movie Cars, and I think it's gonna be like Piston Peak. Now, I've seen videos of Disneyland and the Radiator Springs, I guess the town that's in the cars. And if you've ever watched the movie, it's pretty cool. You got all the different shops, and they're all lit up, especially at night. You can kind of see everything looks. I'm assuming that's what they're going to do there, and they're going to have a Cars ride. I was always under the impression that over there by Space Mountain, they have that area where the cars, you can race. Well, not race, but you can sit there and drive it. I always thought they would turn that into a Cars ride and retrofit it, but they never really did it. They never did anything to it. It's still there, still the same old cars. But they're doing Cars Land. They're doing all this. So I don't know, like, what's the sense of having both of those? But we'll see. We'll see. So that's pretty much for Magic Kingdom from what I saw over my trips. Now, going over to Epcot, Epcot is pretty much the same. Now, oh, wait a second. Okay, enough of my Disney talk. We are now joined by of course, always punctual, always on time, Drizzy Dre. What's up, man?
What up? What up? What up?
What's going on with you, man?
I was at kids parks and you know,
Yeah. What was it? The Bounce House place? What is it?
yeah, off the wall.
What's the name of that place? Off the Wall. Isn't that like an album from, like, Pink Floyd
I think it is
or Michael
Michael
Jackson? I
Jackson's
don't know. One of
album.
these fuckers have an album called Michael
Yeah.
Jackson. I'd much rather listen to Off the Wall than probably go to Off the Wall.
Hey,
But was it a birthday party? Hey, was it a birthday
nah,
party,
nah. I
or
just took Danny because
were
we
you
were
there
supposed to
just
go
to take?
yesterday. Yeah, we were supposed to go yesterday. We didn't get to go. So
Just to take him out.
yeah, man, he did an all-nighter last night. So he was
An
like,
all-nighter.
yeah. So he was like,
Yeah, we know. We interrogated him last night because I don't know if they told you. So we were doing the episode and you never joined, and then near the end we were like, "Man, where's Dre at?" And then we were kind of doing like forensic files and trying to figure out, well, what happened to Dre? And it showed up that you were playing Call of Duty, and then the
oh,
texts, and we'll talk about the fantasy thing in a minute.
oh yeah,
And then
yeah, I was.
we actually got Danny on the phone with K-Dub, actually got him on there, and he said that you were playing.
I was. I never saw the text.
Yeah, and then you went to sleep.
Yep. I played for a little bit.
So we were like, aha, you ditched us.
I did a couple of great moves. I didn't know y'all were gonna do it. I didn't see it.
Wait a second. I told you the other day. I said, hey, we are gonna record on Friday. I told you.
I know.
So you forgot.
But I figured.
So, yeah,
I thought somebody
docked
would have texted me or called me. I thought it was another no-go again.
No, man, it's on the thread. Man, we gotta start texting people on the damn on a regular phone instead of this WhatsApp, because I think WhatsApp, it's like every now and then you get it, or maybe we don't pay attention as much. But
yeah, kids, we can't. Sometimes we like it's so much WhatsApp shit.
It turns
you don't
into
even check it.
Yeah, it turns into a fucking, hey, look at this. Hey, look at that. Look at this post. Instead of like actual messaging.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know if Don Vito's coming on. I mean, he was on yesterday. K-Dub was on. We were talking about a few things. The first thing we started bringing up was the fantasy football league and the events that transpired over the last couple days. Yeah,
man.
The novella that is fantasy football. So, like, your thoughts? What is your overall thoughts of the whole situation that happened?
I think they could have at least called him and told him. I don't think
and
that's at least tell him. And if he don't pick up the phone, then leave the message.
Then leave a message.
Leave a text. Yeah, because I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, but I understand why. Rod did it too, because he's in the wrong too. You know what I mean? He doesn't change. He didn't change his lineup. He auto picks on this. It's like you really don't. You're not really paying attention. So.
Yep, and that's what I told him yesterday, and that was the only thing I would have said. That's the only thing I would say about this is like, man, just call him and tell him and have a conversation.
Right.
But it was pretty crazy. Like, I didn't even listen. I didn't even watch all the text and take a look and see what was going on. So
I was replying in memes.
yeah. Hold on.
I wasn't even talking. I would just send a meme. What the fuck?
Yeah. It was nuts. So, but yeah, it sucks, man. He's been there for a long time, and he's been there on the leading. It felt good. And I had a conversation in the text, but I don't get into all that. But it just sucks, man.
Yeah.
I also get the other side. I also get what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, just the human side of it. Like, damn, you can't call nobody and just tell me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like you don't know me.
Right, and it just, I feel bad. I feel bad for all sides, but I get it. But you know what? It is what it is, man. If your heart isn't in it, and it seems like he really wasn't in it, it's just the way it ended probably would have been different. But he wasn't in it. He really wasn't in it, as you can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you can hear. You hear that? You hear that? This is what I got to deal with every day, man. And there's two of them in the house doing that. Two more. Yeah. Yep. Welcome to my life. Howling dogs.
Howling dogs.
But so what's been going on with you, man? We haven't had a chance to talk. I mean, I know I know you're starting up your other venture with Awoken Ascenders. I don't know if you want to talk a little bit about that. What you planning on talking about, or a little preview of stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to get that going, and I just been too locked in with work and then just getting away from my creativity. And I know I have to come back. You know what I mean? Doing podcasts, doing music. I had like my friends call me about the music, like what we gonna do. I have a project that I'm working with them, and and then I'm still trying to finish up my little solo thing. So
you still got the music thing going on, and that's coming along. You got some new material.
Yeah, I always write. I always got some shit brewing. You know, I have some tracks that I just gotta line up and just mix down. See, some of them need like a hook, some of them need a verse.
You gotta bring it, man.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, I have that. I just got to do that, and then the Awoken Ascender is the spiritual side and the what we're about to go through right now, and like
now,
with
question,
all the fucking
question: do you have you like that? You did obviously. If those that listen to the podcast, they know that the intro Dre did that, which we need to update that and kind of maybe do.
Yeah, we could do another one.
Yeah, kind of update it because we got a new member and we got I think we need to update that. Also, your Awoken Ascenders, are you doing something with that? Are you gonna be doing? Do you have music or an intro? Are you gonna put something together for that?
I'm gonna. Yeah, I want to do an intro. I want to do something with that.
Some music.
Maybe we could come up with it together, or or whatever, or just come up with it like a little clever intro.
I like X-Files. Like, obviously, you don't want to bite off of the X-Files, but I do like the the whole X-Files, like very mysterious.
It could be, it could be some, some mysterious music. I like to do original things.
Yeah, you're very creative.
Nothing's original. I mean, you're always using some other shit, but
always. Always,
because you know how it goes.
Everybody's biting off of somebody, but
yeah.
At some level,
it's just nature. But yeah, definitely, man. I want to do something. I'm gonna write that down because I need to make the intro.
Yeah, we need a to-do list. There we go. We're working on a to-do list right now. Number 1, Awoken Ascenders intro.
Yeah,
Number 2, Fam 305 updated. Change it up. We gotta change it up, man. We gotta start making changes to this.
I got the studio right here, man. I could do it.
But you know how it is. Now let me ask you something about being productive, and then we'll get back to Awoken Ascenders. How do you become productive when you're home? Because I don't know about you, but when I go home, like I always there's shit I gotta do, but when I go home, I just can't do anything. It's like I got the dogs, I got my son, I got my wife, I got shit to do around the house. I'm tired.
Right.
How do you get shit done? Like going to the studio? How do you record? How do you do these things after work?
Right. It's tough, but I always find time when it's like when I have long drives. When I have long drives, I either put on a beat or I think of things that I have to do, and I throw on a beat. I write to a song, or I kind of like I make a list and try to. Okay, I gotta come up with a hook. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. But most of the time, I know it sounds crazy, but
you do it on the shitter,
right?
You do it on the shitter.
No, not on the shitter.
That's where I do my work, my best work.
Wherever you could be, you have your own time. Your alone time. So
alone time,
I do it. At work, I do a lot of driving. So sometimes I got an hour drive. Or a 2-hour drive, and I just write. Or if I write,
how are you writing while you're driving? Wait, how the hell is that happening? You got a Tesla?
Yeah. No. I just do bar by bar. I'll think of some, and then I'll text it. I'll talk it into my phone, and then it'll type it out. Okay. It'll type it out, and if I have to correct it,
transcribe it.
I'll correct. Yeah, and then I keep going. I keep going until I finish.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes, but with being creative, sometimes it's like you got, people say writer's block, but it's just their focus. You know what I mean? When I'm in the zone of writing a song and being focused, sometimes it just comes out like real fast. You're like, oh shit, I gotta write this down. So
it's like a faucet, huh?
Right. So sometimes, like when I know I'm in competition, when I'm in competition with my friends or other people, I'm like, oh, okay, I need to come hard with this, and then things just start clicking,
It just comes out.
So, yeah, it just comes out.
Now, what are some of the things that you've done in the past So if you had like that writer's block or lyricist block, where you're like, fuck, man, I just can't come up with it. Maybe I got a beat, but is there something that you do? Is there some kind of exercise? Like maybe you can help others, like maybe get the same kind of writer's block. What can you do that you suggest for others so they can be able to unlock that creativity that they all have? Like, is there something that you do that specifically to you? Like, oh, I do, you know.
Yeah, so sometimes what I do is like if I'm writing to a specific song or if I'm so focused on doing a specific thing, I switch it up and I do something new, or I go to another place, or I change the beat right to something else to kind of like just shift gears where you're still trying to write, but it kind of, you're like, oh, this is a different kind of beat. I'm just talking about writing a song, you know?
Right.
I'll switch the beat and try to write to that. So I'll do that, and then once I switch the beat, then I'll go back and I'll be like, oh, okay, I'll write something to this new song or think of something else. You know, you gotta kind of like give your like resharpen your skill or give it a break where you or shift the gear, you know what I mean? Just kind of shift it.
Shift gears, shift music, change music, kind of get a different sound, and then maybe it gets
different sound, different song. And then once you say, oh, okay, yeah, I could write to this. This is because sometimes you get repetitive, you know. Hip hop, you know, is just the beat is always the same,
right?
And so you get kind of into like a repetitive type of like locked in. You know what I mean? You're like, oh man, I'm trying to come up with something, and you're like, all right, let me switch it up. Let me get another beat, another tempo, which will, you know, hopefully spark some different shit. You know.
Now, Anthony Kiedis, I'm probably saying this, I'm killing his name, but he's the lead singer of Red Hot Chili Peppers. He said that like a lot of times when he's doing music, he'll come up with something like lyrics. He'll come up with lyrics, and then there are times where he gets it, and then they'll record it, and then there are times that he'll come up with it, and then he forgets, and he says, man, that's just what sometimes you got to sacrifice to the music god. Sometimes it's just music that was never meant to be, that was like, damn, that shit would have sounded so good, but at the same time, for whatever reason, he wasn't able to write it down. It wasn't exactly the same that when it came to him, and he's basically like, oh well, that's given up to the music gods, and it's never going to be played, but it sounded good initially. Have you ever had where like, oh, I had this dope beat and sounds, and then you're like, fuck, and then you didn't write it down, and you were trying to come back to it, and it was like, oh, what the fuck was it? Has that ever happened to you?
For sure, yeah. I've had it where I wrote it in my phone, and like I got a new phone, and it erased all the verses. Yeah, I lost it.
And you don't know it.
And then, you know, I know it by, if I start reciting it. That's the only good thing about hip hop, when you're writing a song and you're almost done. You could almost remember. It's a hip hop. I mean, rapping, it has a lot to do with memory. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of memory testing. You know, so because imagine trying to remember a song, 16 bars, everything has to rhyme with the breath technique. You know what I mean? It's not easy. It's hard. You know,
so rap is probably, maybe it's easier to remember certain verses, but I guess depending on the type of music you're playing, it might be more, you know. But he said that, I found that interesting. I'm like, damn, imagine all the music, how much more music he would have had and others, but they lost it to just not writing it down, or it just didn't sound the same the second time when you went back to it. Like, damn, I didn't write this shit down. I'm like, man, it wasn't this way. I know it wasn't this way, but that's life sometimes. Like I said, you're giving it up to the music gods.
Sacrifice it. Yeah, sacrifice it to the gods. I mean, it happens, bro. It happens.
Yeah.
You know.
All right. Oh yeah, be quiet. All right. So, Awoken Ascenders, talk a little bit about. I know we've talked about in the past. We've done episodes. Hell, some of you have even listened to it. We actually had a lot of listens to an episode with the Awoken Ascenders we had a few months ago. So tell us what's the update on that, or is there more things that you want to talk about and quickly talk about there? What's going on with that?
Yeah. It's just kind of like getting people prepared, getting people awakened to this false reality that we're living in. You know what I mean? This
the Matrix
war, this Matrix, and kind of understanding the deceivement and how they, how they manipulate. Yeah,
who's they? The government, the shadow government, the who's. There's a lot of theys out there, man. There's a lot of them.
All of them, all the controllers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, these guys, these are the controllers, the people that run the world. It's multiple people at the top that sell.
The onion, I call it the onion, the layers.
Yeah, they sell their soul. So, they sell their soul to control humanity. But what's going to happen is that the veil is going to be exposed, but there's going to be a lot of people that don't know what's going to happen or how to react, and like the aliens and all the stuff, and the deceivement of the control. A lot of your favorite people, going to be pedophiles and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Oh,
your favorite actors.
Oh yeah. I read somewhere that, or I saw a video like Megan Fox was talking about a ritual where they were drinking blood or something.
Oh yeah,
like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, all her 3 sons are trannies.
Are what?
All her 3 sons are trannies.
There's Megan Fox.
Yeah, all her sons are or whatever. She has 3 sons or 3 daughters, but they're all of them are how you say trans. But yeah. She dresses them like girls.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Why? I mean, look, I don't know. I can't think for those that want to change sexes. But it seems like there's just more of that going around. A lot more people are into this, and I don't know if it's because now it's more accepted. I used to back in the day working at the Big P. I remember, and this is like the 94, 95, before I became like in grocery. I used to bag groceries, and there was one lady that came in, and it was a guy. It was a guy, and she was dressed up as a girl. And nobody wanted to bag her groceries. And I was one of them too. I'm sorry to say, it wasn't that I was right. Like, I didn't like. I just felt uncomfortable because I'm like, what's up with this lady? This guy dressing up as a girl. And every now and then I get her. And there was nothing wrong with her. She was not mean or nothing. And then I bagged her groceries. But I didn't see a lot of that.
Right. I mean, we know somebody famous like that, Boca Brian, which is Boca Brittany. He just passed away.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. I mean, he kept it away from Neil. Neil didn't know.
Really?
Neil did not know that he was a tranny.
Wow.
But Boca did a bunch of all his work was done. He could do female and male voices. Remember, he was just so talented.
So he was
a voice guy. He was a he was just a master at that. But I actually
yeah.
Geldy
and Mo.
Yeah. Hey.
Hey, are you gonna my pizza?
But yeah, all of that. Like, this is what they do is it's going back to the control thing, is what they do is that they know that there's so many people that are like that are like trans or they're confused. So what they do is they act like they act like they're gonna take care of them, and they're like them, but it's more for agenda. You know what I mean? So they manipulate these people and make them, of course, for votes and for support. But what they do is that
Isn't I think is what is it? The demon Moloch? I'm from saying it right. Moloch.
Right.
Isn't he unisex? Like, if you look at the symbol of Moloch, he has both sexes.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not really versed in that, but I do know one of the demons that people refer to. It's almost like the demon has both sexes, so it kind of plays into that narrative where these people are doing both. Like they're female and they're going to male or vice versa, dressing themselves up. And they kind of like worshiping this satanistic
this is occultism and satanic rituals, and they actually they rape, they butt fuck for energy. This is just blood. But they make it sound like, oh no, it's for gay rights, but it's actually for
Hello, Dre. Hello. I don't know if we're breaking up now. With Dre, it'll turn into this. Okay, no, but you know how we get. We go down the rabbit hole, and all of a sudden the signal gets a little fucked up. So I don't know if you hear me, Dre, but you kind of broke up for a second. But we go down a rabbit hole, guys, in some of these episodes, and it tends to get a little crazy. Where like we'd have to like record again or restart a section.
It started breaking up just now.
Yeah, because you said some stuff probably and it tripped the tripwire. You know how Big Brother is, so you got to say, hey, somebody was tossing somebody's salad, and sometimes you get a little extra Caesar salad sauce that comes out.
Right. So we got to be careful. My bad.
You got to be careful.
I got you.
But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that go on that are very, and I've seen online. I've gone down the rabbit hole, and shit that's horrifying. Like kids talking about things that were happening that they saw, and it's like, what the fuck? And it has to do with the satanistic, these rituals, these sacrifices.
Oh yeah,
and it goes back to the satanistic Moloch, and it's scary when you think about it, but we see it every day. We don't realize it. We watch these people every day, and they control shit.
Yeah,
and they're controlling us.
Oh yeah, big time.
And like I said, we live our lives, and more than not, because you understand it. You study this stuff. You really are into it. But the most of us were sheep, man.
Yeah. No, I know.
We're sheep to the slaughter, and they want us that way.
That it's all about knowledge.
Yeah, but they don't want us knowledgeable. They want us dumb.
Oh, of course, 100%. They don't want people.
They want us dumb.
They just killed another guy.
Who?
His name was Jeff something.
Another
he
UFO
was a researcher.
Guy?
Yeah, he wasn't about UFO. It was about the Bible and free energy.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Jeff Fox, energy. I think his name was, or something like that.
I don't know. Yeah.
Let me see if I could. Let me see if I could look it up real quick.
Yeah, I mean, think about this going way back, because there's plenty of examples.
This Tesla. Is why, because they found the guy. They found these new. They found these old Bibles from like 1800s, 1700 Bibles, and it talks about the Jews. It talks about Palestine and the Holy Land, and because the control system always wipes out certain parts of humanity, floods, cataclysm, or that they destroy parts. There was a empire called Tartaria that's been totally wiped out from our.
Is that the one that's in Antarctica?
No. Oh. Tartaria is where the Siberian, all of Siberia to China to Russia, all that big area where they say, oh, it's Tibetan monks and shit. That area was Tartaria. They had a whole the Chinese the Great Wall of China. It wasn't for blocking people out of China. It was that wall was blocking everyone out of Tartaria. So
keeping them out of Tartaria.
Yeah, but they eventually, because they were an advanced civilization. They were on free energy, and they needed to break them so they could start the invent the electricity, so-called invent electricity. And
so what happened to them?
What they got taken out. They
by
got
who?
By the world, the armies of the world. They went against them.
But wouldn't there be evidence of them? Like, wouldn't there be archaeology?
There was.
Or are they hiding that?
They're hiding it. They didn't. There was a. I don't know if you've ever seen those articles where they have this picture of like hundreds of bells that they found.
Yeah.
What they did is that they knew that when you ring a bell, it has a certain frequency. They made, like 432 megahertz.
Isn't that the lizards? Supposedly the reptilians they don't like that. Like if you the bells, that's why they got rid of a lot of the bells around the world, because it affects them.
I think well, I don't know if that's true or not, but I know that the bell it has a certain harmony frequency that will heal people. That's why people went to church. That's why they rang the bells. So that's why they had these pointy things at church with the big on the top thing with the what you call it, the dome on it with the antenna. Mm-hmm. All of this is old technology that they had that they got rid of, but they, the structure still stayed, but they got rid of all the bells and stuff like that. You notice now people don't ring bells. I mean, they have bells now, but before, back in the day,
they did. Big.
So
the actual big ass bells.
But they didn't want to. They didn't. That you don't really hear about it. But in those old Bibles, they talk about Tartaria. There's verses. There's old Bible Gospels that they took out for the
now.
Every a couple hundred years they do a new world order. That's what they're gonna do again to us now. That's what we got to prepare for. That's why I want to do Awoken Ascenders.
So this is why you do this podcast, because you want to.
Right. It's kind of like history repeating itself. They always say, "Hey, history is repeating itself." Yes, it's going to repeat itself. That's what's happening, and we all need to be prepared. I know it sounds like fucking. We've been programmed, bro. And they do everything in our face. Yeah, we're sheep, man.
Sheep.
And I fall in it too, man. Sometimes I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? But it's like so hard to be focused. That's how they get everybody. Because they know if they could keep you always running for the carrot with the carrot dangling in front of you, you just say, fuck it. I'm just running, man. And I've gotten into that mode, and I'm like, I gotta break back. I remember I was meditating every morning, focused on things, and you get sidetracked, man.
I feel you. I understand how it works, but I just can't give myself. I take little quick cat naps now and then, and I guess you call it meditation, but my mind's always running. Right. I'm always just trying to survive, man. I'm living check to check, trying to these other problems of the world. Listen, I can't worry about that. I'm trying to make ends meet, man.
Look, the Tartarian
a lot of you
Empire. I'm gonna read this off of Wikipedia.
Wikipedia, watch out! Disclosure: This could be inaccurate.
Yeah. It's the Tartarian Empire, Great Tartaria, a group of pseudo-historical conspiracy theories. See, right off the back, they're trying they're trying to tell you. They're trying to make it. Oh no, this is not.
Is this Middle Earth? Are we talking about a Tolkien movie or something? Tartaria, Middle Earth,
including the elves, mud floods, which originated in the Russian nationalism. So Tartaria was like the area of Serbia, and like all that big area that they say, oh no, it's nothing. It's all frozen. There's nothing there. You never hear nothing about it.
No,
So all these places where there's nothing there is bullshit. It's all bullshit. Antarctica, Siberia, there's shit there. There is shit there. So they want to cut. Even Cuba has old remnants of the Atlantis. They have pyramids off the west. Is it West Coast? Yeah, West Coast of
that's underwater.
Cancun and West Cuba. There's pyramids down there. So yeah, no, it was Atlantis, yeah. So yeah, it was just an empire that was very advanced technologically, but you could tell by the way that the old structures of buildings, like who builds buildings like that with the arches, and why it's so high with 12-foot doors? Why is 12 foot? Because they were giants. Going back to the fucking
the Kandahar,
the Kandahar, and
we talked about that the other
movie. The movie, did you get to see it with Matt Damon?
The Odyssey? No, I saw the first hour.
You saw the beginning, right?
I saw up to the point when they escaped the what do you call it? Poseidon's bastard son, the Cyclops. Because then Poseidon's son, Poseidon had, and then that guy was born. They got out. They were leaving on the boats, and you see him running out, like trying to kill him. That's where it cut out.
So that's so-called Poseidon's son. So a lot of these, Poseidon is a god, and
Greek mythology, mind you.
Greek mythology, but when they say God, they're advanced beings, and then these advanced beings were Anunnaki. Now Anunnaki are just aliens that had technology, that they were on Earth, and Earth was just filled with fucking nothing. The Earth is like a farm. Every time they would come, they would act like gods on their ships, manipulate. They had sex with the. They already made humans. They already made a certain part of humans. But
that's why our chromosomes are off.
Right. So when they made they were trying a lot to make our prototype. When they tried a bunch of times, they got giants out of it. You know what I mean? So these kids, these giants that were born from Anunnaki, that's like the like the Down syndrome, like the saying like a Down syndrome kid, but it was a giant. They made giants.
Yeah.
So
like Shaq.
Right, like Shaq.
Big ass motherfuckers.
Right. So, I'm glad that they put that in the movie, and then they were showing the other the witch, and then they put the other there was another, I don't remember that in the book, but they went to an island, and it was like another set of giants, but they were like they were more like an army. They had like swords, and they were.
Yeah, I don't remember that either.
Yeah, I don't remember that in the book, but
you read it. You read the Odyssey. You read it.
I remember. I read at school, but I don't remember the whole shit.
I only know bits and pieces, and then whatever I seen on in movies.
But yeah, like the Greek mythology, Poseidon, and all these people. All that time was a story. Stories that were fell down to that point in Greek mythology, but they had, they did that shit way long ago. You know what I mean? And this was a hearsay, she say, that say.
Yep. It goes down the line.
Right. So, like again, to bring out the truth in bits and pieces, people would write books. Now we do movies, you know what I mean? We do skits. So that was an old way
stuff.
So they could say, oh no, that's fictional, that's fake. It was a made up. This is but every there's giant bones, there's dragons, shit like that. So,
but they hide that from us. They don't.
Right. They say, no, man, you need to go to work tomorrow. You got to go to work. Yeah. That's what they want. They don't want nobody to wake up. That's why that's why I try to do my part. And they hijack everything. They had hijack religion.
And Dre got taken out. See, that's what happens when we talk about things like this. He tends to get cut off. And I don't know. It might be the big brother saying, "Nah, I can't be talking about this stuff," or you just got a bad internet connection. So control. We go back to this. It's all about control. It's always control. And we want to break that cycle. How do we break that cycle? It starts with us trying to understand, like, they're controlling us. They want to keep people down. Okay, and the elites are going to keep us down because they know they keep us down, they can stay in power. And little by little, we got to start breaking that. And who knows? It may take another generation, our kids or kids. But little by little, we have to hopefully break the cycle. But yeah, so definitely Awoken Ascenders is Dre's podcast. We did an episode together. Definitely check that out. At times, and we have done it in the past, but they will be in the fam 305. So you can find us when you do the fam 305 or the Awoken Ascenders. But the plan is that he has his own platform, his own podcast, separate podcast, and that's what it is. But initially, he's kind of doing things under our umbrella. So definitely check it out. We're hoping to also get involved in kind of like learning about chakras, and we'll talk about that at some point. Energies. We've talked about this in the past too. I mean, we kind of got into this back in the day with crystals and the powers that they hold. So Dre is really versed in a lot of those things. A couple of our other cousins as well. So we're gonna bring that to you. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna help you to guide through this world where there's a lot of interference from people that want to cloud our vision and our energy. They want to lower us down. They don't want us to raise up. And we should try to get above that and get away from that, so we can live our truest life to our best. I always say, like, living your bliss, and this is where I kind of get into the stuff that I follow. And Joseph Campbell, I'm a big proponent of Joseph Campbell. If you don't know how that is, look it up. But I've talked about it in the past. If I had other episodes, I might have talked about it quickly. But you got to find your bliss. You got to find the things that make you want to do what you do. And there he is. He's back. So they put you on timeout, or what happened? What's going on?
I don't know. Is it that Xfinity? I think I was on a roll.
Yeah, it's that Xfinity internet, bro.
Yeah, I know. I try to get. I'm back on the Wi-Fi, but
yeah, I was telling. While you were gone, I kind of mentioned just a little bit about like your Awoken Ascenders. We also have some other people that are going to talk about some things. Talk a little bit about some of the other things that we're going to talk about. I know we talked about like awakening and keep the powers, but like I think we were talking about either chakras or energies. Talk about a little bit about the other things, fortune telling, or not fortune telling. The
right,
yeah,
right,
tarot. I don't know.
Yeah. Right. The psychic ability, training, remote viewing,
craziness.
We did it
out there.
Yeah. Josh was here. I did a test. We had a meditation. We had a deep meditation at my house, and before everybody was here, I hid objects. I hid toys in the backyard, and when we did our meditation and when we were done, I had a bunch of exercises to show people that everybody has the psychic ability.
That ability. Yeah, we all have it. It's been turned off.
So, I hit a Bowser and I hit a Sonic. So I said, I hit 2 toys back here. Everybody we just finished meditating. And then I said, let's just focus. And we're like, all right, whatever comes to your mind, focus. Where's the toy? And then where is it? And they're like, I know. And, right away, Tiana, there's something over here. It's a turtle. I was like, what? Tiana was like, boom. And then Josh was like, oh, it's blue. It's blue. He's like, is it Sonic? I was like, you got it.
Wow.
So, we did a bunch of stuff. Yeah, we moved, we put aluminum foil on the top of a pyramid, and we all used our energy, and we made it spin.
What?
With our hand. Yeah.
That's witchcraft. Back in the day, they put you on a stake for that.
Yeah, so we did a bunch of that, and then to test myself, I told the kids, go hide a toy in the house, and I'm gonna tell you where it is. So and then I figured it out. I figured out the toy where it was.
You did?
And what it was, yeah.
Damn, you got winning lottery numbers that I can get for the next.
Yeah, no, it don't work with lottery numbers because the future is always unpredictable.
Really?
But yeah. But anyways, we're gonna do probably like chakra alignments.
Now, what are chakras? So those who don't know what chakras are, I know about it. I got mine lined up. But what are they?
Chakras, everybody, there's a lot of there's energy points on your whole body. Let's just say it's in your DNA or whatnot. But yes, it's a bunch of energy. So you have energy from the bottom of your spine all the way up to the top of your head. You have all these energy points that are focused, that helps you move, love, psychically. It's all of your instincts. It's about your heart, about how you speak.
They're different locations.
Right. So it's colored. The root chakra is red. Then there's the sacred chakra. Then you have your second brain is the yellow, is the solar plex, and then you have your heart chakra is green, and then you have your throat chakra is blue. You have your third eye chakra is purple, and then you have your crown chakra on the top of your head. So all of them have specific things. Of course, like the throat chakra is about speaking, communication, different things. Third eye is about, meditation and perceiving things. The crown is, like this remote viewing and all this stuff, so like the lower chakras are more basic, not basic. I wouldn't say basic, but they're, the root chakra is to connect to earth and connection to the ground, to be, and then you move up. The sacred is like all your body parts. The solar plex is like your. They say the solar plex, the yellow, it's in your stomach. Your stomach is like your second brain. So that's So that's how they manipulate all of us and keep all of us fat by giving us crap food to eat. Everything that you eat is very important. I mean, I'm a fat guy. I know I could do better, but it's all about what you eat. And, so all of these things affect your energy, your energy. So I'm going to try to get, we have a cousin who does Reiki. Reiki is a person who could work with energy. That? So a Reiki master or a Reiki trainer or teacher, they can help you realign your energies. They'll do a scan on you. They'll feel you out, and then they'll tell you, hey, no, you have to do this. You need to, meditate on that. You got to realign your energy on this point, on your heart chakra, on your, third eye, whatever it is, they'll tell you, or they'll help you do it. They'll do it.
My old neighbor across the street, he's Native, I think Native American.
Yeah.
And this is before we had Brendan, and we went to their house, and he was into all that, and he says, man, you got to align your chakras. Your shit's all polluted. Like you got all kinds of things going on.
Yeah, some
So
people
he did
are so
something.
good they could just look at you and be like, "Hey, yo, you need to do this and that." Right.
He saw it, and he did something. I don't know. I don't forget. I don't know. Like a chiropractor, he stood behind me and did something on my back, whatever. And whatever he did, we ended up. Brendan, Rachel got pregnant, and it was like, and he said the reason why was you were getting held back because your shit wasn't aligned. You were out. Right. Something was going on with you. It was keeping you from doing certain things that you want. After he did that, bro, it happened.
Yeah.
So that shit is real. Like, don't that shit. A lot of things I could be skeptical, like, the chakras.
Yeah.
That thing is you definitely you gotta look into that.
Everything.
A lot of people don't realize it. It's like a checkup. Your body's out of whack.
It's your spiritual. It's your spiritual body. It's your light body. So people don't. You have your physical body, then you have your spiritual body.
We have auras. We give off
auras and all that. So all of energy. All of that. We're gonna try. We're gonna do that. We have. We're gonna do the Reiki, and we're gonna also do like readings. We have another cousin who does readings. We have a cousin in Chile who does like ancestry, past life regression, past life readings. Yep. And we have we're gonna do all of these things. So remember, time and space are not linear how we're taught. That's another manipulation of the. Yeah, you can always tap. That's why people are psychic and they could tell the future and this and that. You can always tap into a future of what's going to happen right now at this moment. But some things change between now and that time. You know what I mean?
That will change everything. Like the butterfly effect.
Yes. And then, a Mandela effect. You know what I mean?
Is that called Mandela?
Yeah, like the Fruit of the Looms. Does it have the basket in it, or is it just the fruits? How do you remember?
I don't know. Have you watched Interstellar? Any of you guys ever watch Interstellar?
Yeah.
And again, some of that's based off of Kip. His name is Kip Thorne or Kip Wells. No, Kip Wells. He talks about black holes and supernovas and all that. And if you watch Interstellar, there's a part where they credit him. But the other part of that is he talks about time, like you said, time is that it's not the way it's not linear like we look at it, and that's they kind of.
It's about consciousness. That's what remote viewing is basically taking your conscious into a certain time and place. You could pinpoint. That's what we did. We remote viewed. I drew something. And then I told them, yo, look, what did I draw? And then people, like, some of them figured it out. Some people are like, oh, no, yeah, it's black. They figured out the color or the shape, So you can take your mind, like when I found the toy, I was like, sometimes you get like rambling thoughts, like, oh, yeah, it's a teddy bear. And then you're like, no, you got to focus. You're like, clear your mind. And then the first thing that pops up is usually what your instinct of your psychic abilities. And that's why I said, oh shit, it's a white toy. I'm like, it's Michael Jackson. And they're like, what? So they had the toy, the little Michael Jackson toy.
A lot of people don't realize they tap into that.
Yeah,
I even tell my
students.
Yes. Like when they're taking a test, and I'm like, you're usually your first guess that you think that comes up to you is usually that intuition. It's that sixth sense. It actually activates there, and maybe you don't trust it or you don't believe in it, but it's there and you don't realize you're using it a lot. And I tell them that's your best guess, because that's your sixth sense. That part of you that's giving you like, yes, this is the way this is the way. And and I tell them that I says, listen to yourself. You're gonna you're gonna get the answer you need, but you got to listen.
Right.
And that's kind of like the extent of my uh, energies and giving off that sort of stuff. Other than that, I take it from I basically go after you and others to kind of help people explain that stuff. But it's there.
Yeah, I follow remote viewers. I know a bunch of them. I watch their videos. I got some books on how to do it. It takes a lot of meditation. Yeah, I watch experts do it, and it's crazy because they'll do blind. A lot of them will do blind. There's a controller who sets out the targets and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. The military uses them a lot. The military in order to figure out what's going on.
People don't know that the whole military has a whole section of psychic warfare, where they even have people setting blocks for other people trying to remote view things.
Really?
It's that deep. 100%. 100%. We could get into like the secret space program. That's why I say it's all intertwined, because the human. That's why I was saying Awoken Ascender. The human psyche and the human being has so many powers that we don't even know. We're just programmed to work. If we were programmed to meditate and know other things, then we would see the bigger potential of what we're really here for. You know what I mean? So like,
they don't want that.
They don't want that to happen. That's why they gotta bomb Iran and all this shit.
Yeah, so we can pay more in gas prices. And
I heard they're gonna do a FF.
What are you hearing? What's FF?
Yeah, false flag.
Oh, false waving the flags.
Oh yeah.
Now, like this sort of thing, like what else can they do over there? Short of dropping a fucking.
Yeah,
dropping a big bomb. I mean, what else? I mean, it's so stupid what's going on over there.
They're
not gonna come after us, man.
No, they're gonna make it seem like it was them so they could drop one on them. You know what I mean?
That's just.
They're gonna say, "Oh, they dropped the." I watched a video that they asked a guy in one of the subs. He got court-martialed or he got fired.
Oh yeah, I heard one of them got fired. He got knocked down, but they say it happens a lot. They say it happens a lot though.
It happens a lot because they want them to drop a thing on U.S. soil, man. Would you do that? Would you do that? No, you wouldn't.
If you were trained to do it, that's your job as a military. If you're trained to do that, but some of these people don't. Like, if you ever see the movie with Denzel Washington and Gene Hackman, on the sub, and they basically that's basically the story. Like, they got a message, we got to drop nukes, but it wasn't completed, and Denzel was like, "No, we got to wait," and he was like, "No, that's the last order. We don't know if the Russians took out NORAD. We got to launch ours." And there was all kinds of shit going on. So, there's shit going on. Like, who knows? Like, is somebody going to make that mistake or follow orders? And now we got WW3 and.
They want that, but I think all of it is, and then you see all these volcanoes erupting and all these earthquakes are happening. So
the GLI, but I think some of it is when we get those solar flares, and I think it's just normal. Some of it, I don't know, man. It's our Earth is just constantly earthquakes and volcanoes going on.
Yeah, but there's more. It's been more active this year than last year. Yeah, for sure.
And why is that?
Well, because the Earth is going to change, just like we're going to ascend. The Earth is changing too into another, a higher dimension, a higher density of Earth. So, they got to make Earth changes. The Earth is going to make changes. We got to make changes. It's all going to happen, simultaneously. But
shit,
yeah, it's gonna be rough, but it's got to happen, and we gotta be ready.
But you've been saying stuff like this for a while, right? Like
is going to happen.
Why has it been like? There's always been delays and delays, pushback.
It's delays because the powers that be, the people that got to get exposed, you can't just do it overnight. Like everybody wants to get saved by the aliens or whatever the fuck. It's not. There's a lot of, there's so much manipulation on so many people programmed, like on the other side, on the normie side. People don't talk like me or believe things like what I believe, you know? There's very little people, you know, that believe in or be open-minded to talk and have a conversation. If I just talk to a random person, people would think I'm just crazy. Oh, this guy is fucking nuts. You know what I mean?
He's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Right. But a lot of people, there was this one guy, I just watched a video. He was an Uber driver in Alabama, and he was picking up all these guys from the military.
Oh, and there we go again. So again, Dre has stepped out for a second, talking about his stories. You know, there's a lot going on around us, and just listen to his episodes, look into these different aspects, and understand that the more you know, the knowledge that you pick up, the better off you're going to be going forward with all the changes that are going on in this world. It's a lot, you know, and we have to decide whether we're going to continue this rat race, this never-ending rat race, or are we going to change it up and maybe start making things better. But it takes a village, right? No one person can make that change. But if we each do our own part and try, listen, educate ourselves, we'll find things out about ourselves and others. So, yeah, hopefully Drake come back. We'll finish up. Just make sure you drop messages. That's one thing I rarely do this on the podcast. I would tell you guys, hey, send me a message, like, write a review. You know, we're on all these podcast apps, Spotify. We're on the Apple Podcast. I mean, you name it, we're there. Leave us a review. Good, bad, indifferent. Like, it was okay. They get too preachy. Talk too much sports. Nobody gives a shit about this fantasy football thing. Whatever you gotta say, I'd rather you say something than not. We have other YouTube videos. This is a YouTube video / podcast, so this is available. It'll be on YouTube, and we've been on for almost an hour now. I don't know if anyone's got on. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, looking at this. If you guys notice, I am in my backyard. It is hot, and I did feel some bugs. So, and he's back.
Damn, I got too crazy again.
I'm telling you, bro. Dre, I don't know, man. I think it's your internet, but you know, that Xfinity, you need to upgrade, bro.
Yeah.
So where do we leave off? I was just basically telling them, just get educated. People got to get educated to all this stuff. Learn about it. Try it. You know, knowledge is power.
Yeah, you know, it's all about, like you said, the sheep. You herd the sheep. A lot of people are herded into a direction
sheep to the slaughter.
Yes, sheep to right to the keep until you die. You know, people don't understand that there's a whole other life of living and you know, manipulation that we're not really awakened to that. You know what I mean? Like, we don't know. You know, why they never taught us about meditation at school? Why they never taught us about, you know, astrology or, you know, stuff like that? Why? Because they don't want people to be self-healing. They don't want people to be awakened. And I know this sounds like some hippie shit.
Yeah.
But it's true. It's truth. You know?
Damn hippie.
Damn hippies, bro. But yeah, man.
We'll see. So definitely check out Awoken Ascenders.
Yeah.
I know he's working on you're working on a website.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the website going. I just got to get that, and I'm gonna try to get I'm gonna try to work on the next show soon, very soon.
Yeah, definitely will. I love to interact with you guys and get in on that and
Yeah, definitely have
knowledge
like
is power.
yeah. Yes, sir. 100%.
Yeah. So and also get me those lotto numbers, please. Meditate and give me some numbers, okay?
Yeah. I
Please.
use one time the Powerball was up, bro. I got four numbers
Oh,
and the last two numbers and the Powerball number, they were off by like one number, two numbers.
what
And then
and
I
now
had
did
I
you
had those I had those numbers on another ones that I picked, but they were I had the numbers, but they were just scattered. I
now
was like, fuck.
did you meditate to those numbers or you just random?
No, no, I just I meditated and I said, what is it? This number is it? This not? And then I would circle it like this one, this one, this one, and I just circled them. Like I picked them. It wasn't a quick pick. I picked the numbers.
But you meditated and like
Yes,
you
I meditated. I cleared my mind. I said, what are the numbers? What are the numbers? And then I just picked. I just started circling, circling, circling. So I circle most of the numbers, and they were scattered around in like 10 picks. I
that's
had them here,
crazy.
I had them there, and I'm like, fuck, man. But that's what I'm saying. Like the the people say the lottery number. People don't understand that. That's your mind. Your psychic ability is not for that.
No? But I
It's not
want
for
it for that. I need that superpower. I need to be able to
yeah,
get the winning lottery number.
yeah,
I need it.
yeah. Oh, here we got
What we got?
Tiger.
Oh, look at
Hey,
that. Oh my God. Look
hello,
at it.
Tiger.
He's like, man, leave me the hell alone, man. Come on. I was trying to see if you pick me up. But come on, man. Give me back. Damn it. Damn
Yeah,
human.
she freaking
So
woke me up out of a fucking dream. I was in the middle of a dream and I hear.
you going
So
like
to
this?
get yeah, to get out of the how she wakes us up to get out of the
Mm.
room, she hits the thing that pumps up your chair on the chair to get up.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
hits she hits it and it makes a noise. So
She hits it.
she hits it for me to wake up.
What? The seat latch?
Yes. I'm like in the middle of my dream. I'm like,
The
and I'm
latch.
like, ah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
And it's
wake
like,
up and I just hear,
mm-hmm.
I hear.
You ever had those dreams? And I get them all the time. Like if you're asleep, you might wake up and then you try to fall asleep and somebody's watching TV, they're watching something. And when you
Yeah,
get into that sleep, you're not in a deep sleep, you're kind of like in that outer, I
yeah.
forget what they call it. And
It's
you'll
like alpha.
dream, yeah, and
Yeah,
you'll dream, but you're dreaming about the fucking shit that's on the TV.
right,
It's
right.
literally combining in what you're dreaming
Combining with
about.
what you're
It's
listening to
crazy.
and what your
Yeah.
mind is trying to develop into a dream.
I don't know what
No,
they call
yeah,
that, but it happens to me a
yeah.
lot. Because my
I
wife's
was,
watching shit and I'm sleeping and I fucking dream about it. I'm like, yo, I dreamed about something. I'm like, oh, you were watching something like that. Like, fucking A. It
yeah,
was you.
yeah. I was trying to do like astro project. I've done it before unconsciously, but I was trying to do it consciously. There's the Robert Monroe Institute, they teach you how to do it.
Really?
So I was listening to a guy who was reading the book on that part of how he used to do it. It's like when you're going to sleep, you got to focus your thought on something and just keep repeating it until you start falling asleep, and then you're
Mm-hmm.
focused on that,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have to do certain procedures and then all of a sudden you'll start feeling your mind is awake, because I have that a lot. Like I think I'm awake. I'm awake, and then I've been sleeping for a long time, but I'm awake in my mind. I'm awake, and that's why I always
Like,
ask
do you get the
Isa.
out
I'm
of
like,
body experience? Is that like what
so
that is?
I
Or
know
no?
my mind is awake, but my body's asleep. But I'm trying to uh, astral project, which is leave your body, be consciously awake,
That's,
but you're you know
that's
I've done
crazy.
it before. Yeah.
You're like a sage or I don't know what they call those people, wizards. I don't know. You're like a guru.
Yeah.
There, I say it. I'm the guru, but you're like a real guru in
No.
all the things.
Nah, I'm not no guru. I'm just Dre, man. I'm trying to
You're,
wake everybody up.
you're Dre from the Woken Ascenders podcast. So I look forward to working with you guys and the family. And
Yeah, for sure.
it's too bad we couldn't get Don Vito tonight and K-Dub, but we talked last episode. I'll be putting that out shortly, hopefully tomorrow. I'll put both of them out.
Well, yeah,
It was interesting. We talked about the league, then we talked about soccer, the World Cup, and Vito boy is just he was going off on a tangent of how corrupt it is, and I was agreeing with him. And then we started talking about fantasy football in general, just not that our league, but teams and just kind of fucking. And then we talked about Comic Cons, like when we went to the Comic Con, Kato was talking about he almost went, and I told him about this. Yeah. We had a good time at that thing.
Hell yeah. You know, I paid that. I paid the fucking the parking there, and they gave me a ticket anyways.
What?
Yeah, and I sent them the receipt. I'm like, yo, I paid ticket. I think we went over the.
You went over the time.
Yeah, we went over the time like an hour or something.
And you got a ticket for that.
And I got a ticket for that.
Fucking Miami.
I'm like, you motherfuckers, bro.
How much was it?
It was like $100.
Oh man, I'm so sorry.
No. But I try to fight it, man. But you know, they trying to, bro. It's like an automated service. It's like nobody, like it's like you're talking to robots, bro. You know?
Hello.
You ain't talking to them.
That's how it is.
Like you have proof of you that you paid? I'm like, yes. I'm like, I sent them my bank statement, Miami Beach parking. I'm like, well, after further review, you still have to pay it. I'm like, what?
And you're like, I don't understand. You know, please wait.
Right.
You know, and they use AI now. They don't got real people.
No. They're like, yeah, we can't deal with the Indians. Yes, my name is Tim. Can I help you?
Hello, my name is Roger.
Your name is not Tim, motherfucker. You lying. Your name is Pardeep, okay?
I'm telling you, the motherfucker Pardeep. Somebody named Roger. I'm like, man, you know that's your short name because you know it ain't Roger. It's like Rajesh or some shit.
Right. It's Rajesh Yeshwoosh. Yes.
Rajesh Vaneswani Heswani. But
right.
Yeah, but you know, that's where we're going. AI and technology is making everything automated. They don't need people anymore.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for the Skynet shit and the Terminators to start appearing.
That already is the thing that's funny to me is like,
self-aware.
We still got Tesla shooting rockets in the air. Like, yo, this is old technology. The shit that I've been studying. Like,
but they don't want people. They don't want us to get to that next. Like, I remember growing up watching the Jetsons. Where the fuck are the flying cars? That's supposed to be already past that now. They have all, but they don't want to give it to us. Why?
Yeah. No, because they need to keep this. They need to keep. There's a lot of other factions and other beings and entities that need to keep this as a farm. You know, they use us as
slave planet.
Just like, planet? This is a slave planet.
Slave planet.
It's gonna break. It's gonna break, but there's a lot of factions that they got to keep it like that because we're a commodity. We're just like everybody else. We're just like any other sheep or cattle. You know,
human.
Yeah. You know, we're very resourceful. We're very creative. We're engineers. We're problem solvers. You know, we're amazing. And that's what we got to do. We have to break that to get our shit back, you know?
Okay. Well, I look forward to working with you and doing these podcasts and listening to our cousins.
Yeah, man, you got to come down one time when we have a meditation, bro. You're going to... Like, I'm telling you, man, the last one we did at Paola's house, I swear to God, bro. somebody tapped me on, somebody flicked me on my earlobe to tell me to focus, and I felt the presence of a woman. I thought it was Abuela. Okay. And when I said, and we're meditating, I'm like, Abuela, what? Are you here? Oh. And then I just hear it's Mother Mary. I'm like, whoa,
Mother Mary.
Fuck? Yes, that's what came in my head, Mother Mary. I was like, Mother Mary?
What the hell?
I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, let me get back to meditating.
You're breaking out like, the big dogs.
Yeah, I'm like, whoa. But I felt the energy, meditation. I felt the rays. I felt the sky open up, and I felt the rays come down. Like in my third eye, I felt that.
You felt it, but you're open to that. You see,
yeah.
A lot of us are close to that. I know I try to close myself to some stuff because I don't. My wife tells me that too. She used to be able to feel and like with ghosts and spirits and shit. She was sensitive to that, and you shut yourself off to it because you don't want to see that. You don't want that part
because we never were taught to be. We were taught that is scary, and everybody has different powers to see spirits like we're taught death is bad and they're dead, they're in hell or whatever. No, man, when you die, you transition to another dimension. Your soul never dies, bro.
No.
So, it was cool, man. We gotta get everybody out there, realign their energy. Everybody needs it, man. You'll feel way better, man. You'll come out of there like $100, dog. $200. And you'll get the lottery.
Yeah.
Then you'll get 4 lottery numbers now.
No, I need 6 and the Powerball so I can fucking get the hell up out of here. Just see me on a cabin in the mountains. I'll be in the Poconos. Like, look, guys, look at my view. That's gonna be me, hopefully someday.
But yeah, man.
Till then.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, thanks Dre. Thank you. You redeem yourself. You're no longer suspended. I'm going to lift your suspension since you're recording today.
Danny was telling me, Dad, you don't have any PTO. I'm like, what? What are you talking about?
We told him to tell you that shit. We're like, yo, tell him he's out of PTO. And you didn't show up yesterday.
Yeah, I was like, damn, I'm negative. Negative PTO. On the pay stub, it's -8.
Bro, I hate that shit. They took money from me last year because I had negative PTO. I was like, fuck. I ended up losing money, but one check they took that money. Yeah, but you don't have time. Matrix. You don't have time. Goddamn HR. But yeah, man. So make sure you listen to us, Fam 305. You know where to listen. We're everywhere. We're even on YouTube. This is a live video. So those of you guys who want to jump on the YouTube page, you can see the video. You can watch us again. You can see me falling asleep. You can see Dre with his gray salt and pepper hair. Yeah. I got it too, but not as much as him. And he's younger than me. And look at me. I got my black hair, and him, he's looking like fucking George Clooney.
You got the nice carpet, man. I'm fucking Mr. Fantastic.
You're Mr. Fantastic?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh boy, yeah. Look at him. Look at that
Fantastic Four with the gray hair.
Fucking Chileno, right?
Oh yeah. I'm fucking
El Comunista.
The Mandalorian, yeah.
This is the way. Comunista.
Mr. He's fucking Comunista. He's Lenin, not Lenin. Allende's great cousin or grandson.
They're related. They're related, right?
Yeah, that's why he wears the thick. That's why he wears the thick glasses in commemoration of Allende. He used to wear the Malcolm X. Yes,
I didn't know that.
Look, I'll show you real quick.
Yeah, bro. I read a post about what happened, and I told Rachel, I says, you know why everyone's here? I said, because of what happened at Allende. If that shit hadn't happened and nobody may not have came over, maybe I wouldn't be around. Y'all be in Chile right now because of what happened with Allende and the military overthrowing him.
Yeah.
Because that shit was supposed to be. Yeah.
Tell me they're not related.
Oh, look at Allende. Yeah.
This is the way.
This is the way.
I still Pepe about waiting in the Chilean winter for a fucking piece of bread.
Yeah.
Fucking
no, man. I know. I know.
I'm telling you, man, that's what they want. That's part of the plan is to get everybody dependent on them. That's why, bro. We're the last of the Mohicans here in America with guns, bro.
Yeah.
And they're gonna try hard. They're gonna try, bro. But it ain't gonna happen.
They're never taking these cats' guns.
No,
that ain't happening.
No
way.
They
need the aliens. They need the fake alien invasion for that shit to change. You know?
Oh, yeah.
So, well, thank you for listening, Fam 305. You know where to find us. Dre, Awoken Ascenders. We look forward to getting your episodes up and running. And happy first day of school coming up. You guys start on Monday?
Start on Monday. You too, right?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, God.
Yep.
Waking up. I got to go pick up kids on time, which I'm always late.
Yeah, my son's starting high school. Brendan's starting high school, so he actually starts earlier. So,
God.
And the bus stop's 3 blocks away, literally right down the street.
Oh boy.
So it's good. So I can literally leave him there and go to school, and I got plenty of time, and then he can walk home. We don't have to pick him up anymore. So me and Rachel are like, thank God, yes, we don't got to pick him up.
So, all right, that's good. And he's going to a school closer to y'all, right?
Yeah, new school, new high school. So it's definitely an interesting crowd. We'll see. We'll see how it is. First, it's gonna it is ID. Y'all remember this? Our IDs when we were going from middle to high school. Well, back then we didn't have IDs, but the pictures. I said, Brandon, don't worry about that picture, man. That's the worst picture you're gonna have because after that, it's gonna get better. Bro,
I think I have an old. Oh my God, this one is embarrassing.
Yeah, I got some that are my middle school, the Norland pictures with the shirt, that fucking orange. I had like an orange and black shirt.
I got proof right here that I did go to college.
You did?
Look at that. BCC card.
Blunt City Crew. Let me see. You gotta zoom out. Zoom out a little bit.
Look at that school shooter right there. Damn, that boy looked like a.
Hey, weren't you on the rooftop somewhere in Ohio last year? You look like I think they caught the wrong guy. Candace Owens is looking for you. I think Candace Owens is looking for you.
Candace Owens.
She's talking about you, bro.
She's looking for.
Did you unalive Charlie Kirk? I don't know. Did I say that? No, not unalive. Whatever that means. I don't know. We can't say the word, but oh my God, Dre. Yeah, we all look. We all look.
This is my first license.
Go back, zoom out. Digga, you look like you're about to get deported. You look like you ended up in Chrome. True or false? Are you part of a gang, a Nicaraguan gang?
I'm a part of a fucking Honduran gang.
The Honduran gang.
Yo, issued January 29th, 1997.
Oh my God, 97. That's GoldenEye fucking 4 a.m.
Oh, that's GoldenEye heaven.
The good days.
Oh yeah.
So, oh my God. Oh, he's got the wife beater on. He's getting ready. So
I'm ready to beat my wife.
Yeah, right.
And her cooter in.
Yeah. So yeah, well, all right, man. Well, this was fun. Another one down. We'll do another one. Hopefully, get all 4 of us together at some point. We can talk more shit. And
we got a part. Yeah, we got to just plan it. Let's just plan it.
And hopefully, you show up. And you show up talking points, of course.
Yeah. And we gotta do a fantasy. Well, you guys probably talked about it yesterday.
I talked a little bit. We'll get into it a little bit more, but we'll see. Yeah. It's been quiet on the home front today, so and I'm not stirring it more. I did what I said, and that's it. So, all right, man.
All right.
All right. Peace out. Peace.
Fam 305, baby.